Welcome back, my little recusants, to another episode of our Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix Let's Play. So, we're after getting a brand new achievement for finishing Wonderland, and we're literally going to have a quick little fly back to Traverse Town, because now that we have a brand new spell, Blizzard, which we got from beating Wonderland, we're going to basically nip back and just grab a quick handy collectible before we move on to another new world. And I'm kind of trying to go in order of difficulty. So Wonderland is 1 star, and then this next world we're going to go to is basically the 2-star world. And essentially when we land, because you basically can't get the mission rewards on the first trek to a new world when you discover it, but arriving back completes our mission. We get the wheel gummy, and we get the Ace Pilot achievement for completing one of the missions in the gummy ship area. And basically I think it was like get 80 points or more while traveling to Traverse Town. So with that done, we're going to basically use Blizzard to put out all those candles, and that allows us to unlock this chest that was magically sealed for a defense up. So between the chest in Wonderland and this one, it's actually really quick and easy to get 2 defense more for your Sora. And for playing on the hardest difficulty, the more defense you have, the better. I also stopped off quickly just to buy the rod for Donald. And as I say, missed out on a good few points there by just not firing on the different ships leaving Traverse Town. So when I end up getting a bunch of new gummy blocks for our ship, we're going to basically get a lot more lasers, which will basically auto-target and destroy ships out of view. So that should help us get the, score X amount of points on various missions, basically. And as well as that, we get like unique gummy ship blueprints when we win certain missions, and special gummy blocks and all that jazz. So the gummy missions are a handy old thing to do, but we're going to hop off now to the Coliseum at Olympus. This is a tiny world in comparison to the sprawling, multi-layered, multi-dimensional Wonderland, and the Bazaar Room having 4 different iterations from all 4 walls. This literally has 2 rooms. Well, 3 rooms technically. You have the opening plaza, you have the Coliseum lobby, and then you have the Coliseum arena itself. But just run along, get these 2 blue trinities over by the 2 statues. And that's now 2 more trinities marked off, and we get some Dalmatians. So really, really handy few bits there. Just having a look over our list, and I will put in the overlay with what we have in our list versus what we need. And then we have our balance status menu, so that's handy. And then I just quickly read through all those different journal entries, and we've now found 6 puppies, and you'll be thankful that now Olympus Coliseum has no more puppies to be found. That is literally it. There's no other treasure chests. It's just Trinity Marks. But now we're going to have to go talk to Phil.
Good timing. Give me a hand, will you? Move that pedestal over there for me. I gotta spruce this place up for the games.
I love the way he says the games. But Sora needs to get some gains before he'll be able to push this. It's like, no, too heavy.
It's way too heavy.
What? Too heavy? Since when have you been such a little... Oh, What are you doing here? This here's the world-famous Coliseum. Heroes only. And I got my hands full preparing for the games. So run along, pipsqueaks. Look, it's like this. Heroes are coming from all over to fight ferocious monsters right here in the Coliseum.
You've got heroes standing right in front of you.
Yup, he's a real hero chosen by the Keyblade.
And we're heroes too.
Hero? That grunt?
What's so funny? I fought a bunch of monsters.
Hey, if you can't even move this, you can't call yourself a hero? Okay, so it takes more than brawn. Well, let's see what you can do.
The absolute disrespect from Phil. But we get to do well, I was going to say a fun minigame, and I couldn't even lie to you guys like that. It's a minigame. And basically we just have to break the barrels in the time limit. But with a ripple drive, it kind of slows our combos a little bit. But we do get that AoE explosion. So it does kind of get rid of a lot of the stuff quickly enough. And then just make sure you lift and throw the barrels for a bit of a quicker finish. And then the next area is even more barrels. But basically don't rush into the middle, because there's basically barrels on all other sides of here. So just, if the lock-on would be a bit nicer, it would have locked onto the right barrel at the right time there, but just run over to the sides here, throw the different barrels there, break everything, and then hop up onto the main area, start destroying everything. Onward we go. If we can fire that into there, that would be great. We could have broke all four of them at once, but hey, we broke the other couple there. But just make sure you don't break that one, because you need to be able to throw it to break the other one over there. But we're going to have another quick cutscene. I'll talk to you after.
You ain't bad, kid.
Looks like I'm headed for the games.
Afraid not.
Why not?
2 words. You guys ain't heroes.
Come on.
But yeah, he basically is like, you aren't good enough, but here's a spell. And the Thunder spell is fantastic. It's basically the strength of fire in an AoE spell like a blizzard. It's brilliant.
Rather a stubborn old goat, wouldn't you say?
Who are you?
Oh, hey, hold on there, Fuzzboy. Wait, let me guess. You want to enter the games, right?
Well then, hey, get a load of this.
A pass?
It's all yours. Good luck, kid. I'm pulling for you, little shorty.
What I like about the lore of that scene is that the Olympus Coliseum is obviously like the Coliseum on Olympus. Therefore, you know, it's the Coliseum that all the different gods put entrance in. So we are literally entrance put in by Hades, which I think is just an awesome little bit of lore. And as you can see there, when I checked the journal earlier, I basically was reading through, and the journal will update regularly, periodically, and it basically is saying that we're after getting a pass from Hades, but like with the Keyblade, we should be able to like face down any adversity going. So it's a bit of a boost. But just watch even Donald with the Thunder spell, just absolutely wrecking house. But what I will say is we should have had Donald and Goofy have more items, so they'd be able to heal us and stuff, and we probably should have put on more ethers so we can kind of use our magic more offensively. with like fires and blizzards and whatnot. But who is this stranger? Any Final Fantasy VII fans in the house? Leave a comment. But what they seem to have done with his design is kind of merge his design and Vincent's design. But could you imagine fighting Vincent in this game? That'd be pretty epic. But thankfully with Thunder, thanks Donald, I used the wrong spell there. With Thunder from Donald, we were able to lay waste to all the shadows. It is like a shadow nuke. So that got through that very quickly. The preliminaries aren't that difficult. It's just knowing your area of effect magics. But these ice guys are fairly annoying. And Ripple Drive doesn't actually act as a shield. It just works as a AoE explosion, but it doesn't actually knock back projectiles. So just try your best to keep yourself safe and your HP full. Never revive Donald and Goofy with potions. They will recover at the end of the round. But obviously, so keep all your potions for yourselves. And obviously, if we were getting the other guys with potions and stuff, hopefully they'd be healing you, or at least staying healthy enough to not struggle. But now we're like hearing about Hercules. And he's like, oh, he's up visiting his dad. He would be here training if not. And again, I just seem to be hitting all the wrong bloody buttons today. But as you can see, we're not dealing with Donald. He can just get healed later. So I suppose in one sense, it's like fair enough. We didn't have the guys healing each other. So there probably would have been a waste of potions. But still, I look to the future of this episode and it does not seem bright. But that's where the AoE Ripple Drive is amazing for crowd control. So for this mage build, it's actually nearly better to have shorter combos, just because your MP gauge determines the strength of Ripple Drive, and also if you're like dealing with lots of middling combos to get to your Ripple Drive, it just takes more time and energy and inputs. So it is just better to basically just wait until you're finished.
That little punk is your next opponent, okay? Now don't blow it. Just take him out.
The great god of the underworld is afraid of a kid? Sorry, but my contract says...
I know! You think I don't know? I wrote the contract! I know it says you're only required to kill Hercules in this tournament. But you gotta fight that kid to get to him. Come on. Hey, it's like that old goat says. Rule number 11. It's all just a game. So let loose and have fun with it. I mean, a casualty or two along the way. It's no big deal, right?
Jeez. Stiffer than the stiffs back home.
Still, suckers like him are hard to come by.
So entering our penultimate round, we just need to try and use lightning to get rid of all these spellcasters, because them firing at you from all directions is just not what we need. And now that they're all dealt with, we can just deal with the large body, who's just going to focus down Goofy. And then we can use the Ripple Drive to basically hit him from the front, because it's magic damage, so he takes damage from it from the front. But here is where we're in trouble. If we had like an ether, we could have recovered our MP. And there is like I'm just not good enough with it, but there is a way to just jump around his block, do 2 little hits, and then he'll spin and try and block you again. But yeah, this is the best I can do. It's really, really rough. And unfortunately, if we had guard, which if we had the shield, we might get that earlier, but not by this level. So he's just very tricky. You have to try and tech him or like avoid an attack. And oh, it's just, it's rough. You have to either block as he darts forward or like attack as he's about to do his like sonic blade attack. And yeah, I mean, if I could launch a bunch of lightnings and then like refresh with an ether, we could do a lot better. Or like blizzards or fires.
See ya. Fire.
And a bit like the Trickmaster, you do regenerate an awful lot of magic when you're able to land hits on him when you have low MP. But if the other guys had more potions, I wouldn't feel as scared. But also, would they have kept any potions by this time? It is doubtful.
That's the best you can do?
Now, some would argue that the pathing, if I had have completed the other world that is technically, and look, see, I got a tech there, and I was able to do a full combo. But some would argue it is better and easier to have done the other world that is a 3-star world, because we get the cure spell. And really, once you get the cure spell, Donald becomes a potion dispenser. You're able to heal Donald, who can then like heal others, but you know, wasn't to be. We lost. But pretty much there's gonna just be another cutscene. Phil tries to surrender, but Cloud ultimately doesn't, you know, kill us, which is, you know, good of him. And then we're going to have a bit of a climactic ending, and that's going to be the end of the episode. So let me know what you thought in the comments, and I'll chat to you more next episode. Have a good one, guys. Thanks for watching.